Hello there and welcome to the first phonics page of the week 3 packet. So you'll see unit 11 up at the top and the page 69 down at the bottom. So they want us to write each syllable in the correct column and they have circled the schwa spellings for us. So they did, let's do a quick review of each of the syllable types. We have a closed syllable, which is a vowel followed by one or more consonants, and the vowel makes its short sound. Open, we have a vowel followed by nothing, no consonants, and so that vowel is gonna say its long vowel sound. VCE, we have a vowel, a consonant, an E, and that vowel is gonna say its long vowel sound because of that E at the end. Vowel teams, they usually make a long vowel sound, or they could make one of our other vowel sounds. And then we have our R-controlled vowels, so those are gonna be R as in barn, as in bird, or as in fork. Okay, so let's take a look. The first one they did for us, because you're lazy, so we have remark. Now, is an open syllable because we have that vowel without a consonant after it. And now normally it would say it's long vowel sound, but I can see that this is flexing to the schwa. So it actually says here. So it says remark. So, and then mark is going to be R controlled because we have that AR in there. So we have an open vowel, and we have an open syllable and an R controlled syllable. So let's take a look at the next one, and we'll do these first four together. We have forgiveness. Okay, well, here, IVE normally would say I've, because it is flexing, because it's a VCE, but it's flexing to the schwa, so it's going to say IV. And we know that also because we know GIVE is give, okay? So, and then we have ness, but this E is also flexing to the schwa, so that's going to say it. So let's take a look at for. Well, I see an OR, so that tells me that for is going to go over here in my R-controlled vowel column. Now, I had give, but it's flexing to the schwa, so it's give. But even though it's flexing to the schwa, that's still a VCE. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put give here. And then I have ness, which is actually saying nis here. But I see that there's two consonants after the vowel, so that is going to be my closed syllable, okay? So let's take a look at the next one. I have report. Well, I see this first one is flexing to the schwa, so it's gonna say ri. Or no, sorry, it's gonna say ra. Report. Okay, so even though it's flexing to the schwa, I still have a vowel without a consonant after it. So that RE is going to go here in my open syllable. And then I have port. Well, I see that OR in there, which tells me that's going to go over here in my R-controlled vowel. Sorry, it's a little hard to write without the paper staying put. Okay, let's take a look at our next one. We have inform. No schwas here. In, I see a vowel followed by a consonant, so that's going to be a closed syllable. And then form, I see that OR again, so I know that form is going to go over here. So what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to have you guys pause the video, okay, and give the rest of it a try, okay? If there are any you are not sure about, just leave them blank and you can fill them in as we go over it together, because it's been a while since we've done these, so there might be a couple that you're not quite sure of. So just give them your best shot and we'll go over them in just a minute. So go ahead and pause the video right here and we'll come back and go over the rest of them. Hello again. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over the next two sections of our first phonics page in the week 3 packet. So because we did the first ones together. So down here we had northwest. Well, I see the OR, so that's going to go BR controlled. West, I see a vowel followed by one or more consonants, and it's saying it's short vowel sound, so that's a closed vowel. Here we've got arcade. Well, AR, that right there is an R controlled, And then if we look at Cade, we have a vowel consonant E, and that A is saying its name, Cade. So that's going to go in our VCE column. Here I've got charcoal. Well, in char, I see that AR, so that's our R controlled. And in coal, I have that vowel team that's saying O, O. So coal. Okay, that's our vowel team. Now I have department, department, department. I know I've heard a word that sounds kind of like that, but it sounds a little bit different. Well, I got to flex some of those vowels to the schwa. So here this E is going to flex to the I. Part stays the same, and then this E also flexes. It's not it's I again. Department, 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 department. Now, even though it's flexing to the schwa, and it doesn't say D, that DE is still going to be an open syllable because there's no consonant after it. Part, we've got that AR, so it's going to be over here for R controlled. And meant, even though it's saying mint, there's two consonants following that vowel, so that's a closed syllable. Then down here in our most challenging ones, we have regardless, regardless, regardless. Well, sounds very similar to something I know. I know a word regardless, regardless. So this E is going to flex to the schwa, so it's going to say ri. Now, even though it is flexing to the schwa, it's still an open syllable because there's no consonant after the vowel. Guard, I've got an AR, so that's my R controlled. And this less, it doesn't say less, it actually says less because that E is flexing to the schwa. No matter what though, because there is a vowel followed by one or more consonants, it's going to be in our closed syllable. So then we've got organize, organize, organize. Sounds very similar to organize. So we've got our R controlled. Now here, this A is flexing to the schwa. It doesn't say A, it says it, or get. Now, even though it's flexing to the schwa, because there's no consonant after it, it still is going to go in our open syllable. And then nice, we've got a vowel consonant E, and that I is saying its long vowel sound, so it goes in our VCE column. Then we've got artichoke, artichoke. Very similar to artichoke. So R controlled vowel, this I is flexing to the schwa, so it's saying I instead of I, but even though it's flexing to the schwa, because there's no consonant after it, it's still going to go in our open vowel column, and then, our open syllable column, and then we've got choke, I see a VCE, and the O is saying its long vowel sound, so that's going to go in our VCE column. And our last one for this page, we've got ornament. Ornament. I know ornament, ornament, ornament. So R controlled. Now this A is flexing to the schwa, so it's saying it, n, but it still goes in our open because there's no consonant after the vowel. And then ment is really saying mint here because that E is flexing to the schwa. But we do have a vowel followed by one or more consonants, so that goes in our closed. So here are your answers for the first phonics page in the week 3 packet. Awesome job, everybody.